Soon you will learn to appreciate me. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Jabba is here. He's rolling onto the holotables, folks. And literally, he is pretty interesting, actually. Did you know he's a bounty hunter? He'll get you. Careful, guys. Watch out for Jabba the Hutt. He'll get you. He's a smuggler. He smuggles treats into his mouth, maybe. Dear Lord, he's support. Like, I love that he's support. It's like he needs support. He doesn't. He's like, I'm there for you, man. And they're like, are you really? He's like, no, I'm just gonna feed you to something. Like, that's why I want you to stick around. I'm gonna trick you into just doing that. He's Hutt Cartel. It's like no crap. Like, he definitely his little hover sled thing definitely puts the cart in Cartel, though, doesn't it? He needs a cart. He needs to be carted around. Oh man, he's interesting, guys. So we're not going to go through the whole kit, because you guys have seen all the kit reveals. You guys have eyes, and frankly, this is a lot of damn words to read. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit a few of the important highlights of this, because frankly, you get the kit reveal, and it's like, wow, that's great, he's going to do work like this, and then it just doesn't work that way, because it's impossible to tell by the kit. Like, for instance, he does all the thermal detonator damage stuff. Like, we don't know how much percentage the thermal detonators do. All the different people who cause thermals do a different percent health damage based on whatever character it is. And we don't have access to that unless we like do a deep dive on the mechanics and stuff, and that's fine. But like, not all thermal detonators are made equal. They're all different, and the CG never tells us these things. Like, it would be nice if they told us these things. We have access to it on swgoh.gg in the mechanics section, but like, who knows? Maybe his thermals do a ruinous amount of damage, or maybe they do almost nothing and they're just there to increase our mastery. In fact, sometimes he's going to be very tactical. He's going to be very controlling. He's going to be one of those chill the F out, dude, characters. And he's going to be very specialized depending on what characters he's going to have with him. He's almost certainly going to have his 3 required marquees. And one of the reasons they're only Relic 5 requirements is because CG knows that once you get him to Relic 5, or once you get Jabba and those characters to Relic 5, you're going to put more relics on him. That's just inevitable. Like, may as well require relics on characters who they don't care about. Jabba doesn't care about Aura Sing. He's not going to have Aura Sing on his team, probably. So, if he doesn't care about her, I guess may as well require higher relics on her, right? Anyways, he's just the guy who, you know, he's literally too big to have more allies, which, you know, he's bigger than life, folks. That's fine. I don't really care. So, he's controlling, he's chill out, like, hey, we have 5 minutes of 5 minutes of clock. Let's use 4.5 of them at least, every single time. He's just control, guys. That's all it is. He puts the role in control. All right. I'm not done yet, probably. Maybe I am. We'll find out. Continue to watch. Keep firing, a-holes. All right. His basic, it heals people, gives protection up, it gives him ultimate charge, it gives him blind, recovers 30% protection. That's kind of nice, but it's just the weakest Hutt Cartel recovers 30%. I'm curious, if you have 100% protection, if you have max protection, will the weakest Hutt Cartel ally still just get that, or will the next weakest get it because the first one isn't eligible? Not really sure. One way or another, he does blind. He doesn't take part in the battles that much. He does one thing, and it's really just his Kowakian monkey lizard that does that. But anyways, so this other one, it's dispel debuffs on allies, which is nice. So it does speed down on enemies. It gives people hired muscle. You're really only going to want bounty hunter, Hutt Cartel, and smuggler stuff. It gives them stuff like immune to daze and fear. That's kind of nice, really. I mean, he's not going to be targetable by anyone, really. Like, that's not going to be a thing. And so, since he's the leader, fear is going to, I guess it's nice if you're facing someone who individually causes fear, but like for instance, Darth Revan isn't going to be doing it that much. Daze is nice though, because he's going to be calling assists a lot, and so about half the time, his allies are going to be hanging out without Daze. It's nice. It's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. And then hired muscle, when it expires, then you get all this cool stuff. Like, so a lot of characters are going to be bounty hunters and cartel and smugglers, so they're going to get all of those things once that thing expires. Yeah. So here's the one where he throws thermals. You're going to get a bunch of ultimate charge. Well, so sorry, you're gonna apply a lot of thermals based on your ultimate charge, and really like so the ultimate charge is cool. Like you just spoiler alert, the ultimate is just a Rancor comes and eats a character or bites them, chomps them hard if they're the wrong kind of character. But if you're like, you know what, I don't need to delete anyone right now because I don't want to restart it. Instead, you can just sit at 100% ultimate charge, and so whenever those thermals go away, so you're going to be putting like 6 thermal detonators on every character. So I mean that's also destructive. There's only 3 cooldown. So you're going to be able to do this a decent amount. I don't remember if there's any ways to reduce his cooldowns or not, but one way or another, hopefully we're going to be able to spam this just a little bit, and he's just going to be able to give everyone 60% mastery every time he throws it, because it can't be resisted. Finally, I always thought it was funny that tenacity up blocked thermal detonators. It's like someone throws a bomb at you and you're like, oh, no. I'm very tenacious. That doesn't work on me whatsoever. No impact. In this case, though, who knows? And who knows how much damage these detonators are going to do? Like with Boosh and all of her cool stuff, the thermals are going to start being significant. All right, his leadership is like a whole book, guys. So everyone gains stuff. The biggest thing here is he just decreases all damage by 30%. That's like massive damage, that is true damage, that is everything but like Rancor damage. Rancor damage, he'll still bite your face off, so don't be drawn in, folks. Or don't be dropped in, perhaps. However, alright, so it does all this stuff, guys. I mean, let's see, he's immune to taunt effects, can't be targeted. At the start of battle, if he has my kind of... So basically, you have to kill all the other characters, and then you kill him. And honestly, he might be really tough to take out once he's at the point where he's got his ult just sitting there, hanging out, and he's just distributing thermal detonators. Like, seems okay. I don't know how thick he's truly going to be, but, I mean... this is pretty good, guys. Like the 30%. So the thing that I'm interested in is damage Hutt Cartel allies receive is decreased by 30%. I'm wondering if that's going to stack on Jabba with his Galactic Legend decrease of 30% as well. I'm not sure. I think that's going to be additive for minus 60% damage. It just seems he's pretty thick, if you know what I mean, and it's going to be interesting. So when he gets his contract, now this is maybe the first interesting part. So PvE, he immediately gets his contract for raids, and no other Galactic Legend gets that sort of, PvE treatment. It's like, hey, Supreme Leader Kylo, you're good at raids. Congratulations, but we don't have anything in your kit that openly acknowledges that. Otherwise, we're dealing damage with thermal detonators with this. So it takes a while to build to your contract, honestly, folks. It's going to take a little bit, I think. And then once you finally get it, you get all this cool stuff. Hooray for that. Everyone gets, all this stuff. Allies with my kind of scum get extra mastery. Like, he's going to give a lot of mastery to his friends over time. Just chill out. Just wait. Wait for people to ramp. So he's unique. Let's see. I mean, he's got this cool control stuff with bonus turn meter, or whatever. Like, so when his opponents gain turn meter, you gain turn meter. If we lose turn meter, then they gain bonus protection. That's cool. He also targets who he wants. I don't know. Yeah, he ignores taunt during his turn. That's neat. He's a galactic legend, so he gets, the amount of damage he receives is minus 30%. He gets his payout, which is just 40% mastery, and then he gets more ultimate charge faster. That's cool. The Rancor comes and eats people. You guys can go watch that animation. So he also heals them when he heals his buddies when he pops his ult and everything. I almost think that we're gonna just like hold on to the ult until we get the contract or something. We'll have to just see how that goes. Obviously we can speculate, but I'm just not sure. And then so it does different things though. So the no bargain on Galactic Legends. This is the ult on Galactic Legends, so it does things to a Galactic Legend. So it still does damage, it stuns other enemies, so it still looks like it's going to be impactful to GLs. We don't know how much damage, though. It's like, hey, look, you get 1 armor shred. Fennec's like, those are rookie numbers, gotta bump those up. There's also, on raid bosses specifically, how much, what does it do? It does true damage equal to all this stuff. So we're gonna put a lot of health on him, potentially. The thing is, he's not going to be good in light side territory battles or dark side, whatever, right now. He's not necessary, really. And all of his friends are light side, or at least his really powerful friends. What was the thing that I wanted to show you folks, though? So there's also a thing where at the start of the encounter it talks about... Hold on, I'm going to find it. There we are. So at the start of each encounter after the first, which implies waves in territory battles, Bounty Hunter, all his buddies gain this stuff, which is fine. So they gain it for 2 turns. You can't get rid of it. I mean, that's not a huge deal. I mean, I like the crit damage up, the crit immunity, offense. Like that, they're good. That's good. It's not like game breaking, but the thing is, he's getting all this stuff for explicitly PvE stuff. I also want to point out, he doesn't have any Omicrons. He is the first character released, and it's not that surprising, frankly. We were wondering if they were going to, but he's the first character since Omicrons were released to not get his own Omicron. Now, the last thing I want to point out here, folks, because I've already gone just a little longer than I wanted to, but is all the other characters really play into his just chill out stuff. So like Boosh, for instance, she's one of those characters. It's like, well, so everyone, my scum, let's see. Deadly Bluff, here it is. So if all allies were Hut Cartel at the start of battle, enemies with Deadly Bluff, which they get for 3 turns at the start, irrevocably get that. If they have, they can't attack out of turn. That's huge against like a Jedi Master Kenobi team, against a Supreme Leader Kylo team. There's a lot of characters that want to attack out of turn and just can't. This is really powerful, guys, and it's not on his kit, it's on Boosh's kit, which she're going to have with him every time. And it's going to run out eventually, but it's a pretty important thing, folks. Like this Deadly Bluff thing can't be ruled out as part of his kit. It's like he has a lot of control. Part of that is because Boosh is there to help him. The other thing is Lando. He just ramps so much, guys, over time. Like, go read his kit. I don't have time to read another novel, but he ramps his damage up really nicely. And he's going to be the guy who, I'm guessing he's going to be the guy who destroys everyone with actual damage, as opposed to having Jabba's, like, maybe the thermals are going to get people. I'm not sure. Another thing is Chrysanthemum, when he gets his contract, what does he do? He just chills out more. He gets 50% crit avoidance till the end of battle, and he taunts, and he recovers health and protection. Chrysanthemum gains damage immunity for 2 turns, and extra tenacity till the end of the battle. Like, I mean, obviously he's a tank, but the thing is, and I'm not even showing you all the different things that can happen. Like disarm is a thing that, you know, like it's just playing for time. Jabba's going to be a character that is not overtly powerful. You're not going to just delete the enemy team immediately. There's just going to be this time where you're like, oh, I lost all momentum and I'm gone. Like, or I just didn't start with momentum and I'm floundering and I'm dead because he rolled over on me. Like, he's just going to soak in the damage that you can do, and he's going to say, oh, 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 ha, 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 ha. Or maybe that's Santa. I'm not sure who's going to say that, but he's just going to laugh and you're going to die. I don't know how this is going to stack up against other GLs. Really not sure. Like, it seems like Rey might be pretty good against him because she's going to be able to whirlwind a few people here and there. And once a few key personnel are gone, then they're just, you know, they're gone. They're gone forever. You know, and I think he's going to be crippled by losing people. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm not sure. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to turn it over to you folks. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.